What's up guys, Hamilton here, and today I want to talk about the Roblox IPO, or rather DPO. On March 10th, the business will sell 198.9 million shares of common stock. The DPO means that Roblox's opening price will be set by the buy orders the exchange receives, rather than the underwriters setting the price. That is to say that the shares will be sold at whatever rate the market determines they're worth. And this means that it can be more difficult to judge how much you'll pay per share before Roblox shares go public. So if you're planning on taking part in the DPO, make sure to use limit orders. A limit order is a type of order to purchase or sell a security at a specified price or better. For buy limit orders, the order will be executed only at the limit price or a lower one. Using limit orders as opposed to market orders will enable you to better control the price you pay for shares in Roblox. In order to buy shares in Roblox at the DPO, you'll need access to a brokerage account that allows trading in US equities. Webull, Charles Schwab, and Interactive Brokers all have US equities available on their platforms, and I've included a link to the latter below for those of you looking to open an account. In the rest of this video, I'm going to be covering the company, its financials, and how you can buy shares. Let's do this. Welcome back guys, let's start by covering what exactly Roblox the company does. Roblox is not a game developer but provides a platform for developers and creators to build 3D experiences and games for its virtual community that interacts using avatars. The underlying Roblox platform has three elements: a 3D application called Roblox Client, the Roblox Studio toolset that allows developers and creators to build, publish and run 3D content, and the Roblox cloud services and infrastructure that power the platform. The company generates revenue through the sale of its Robux currency through its Roblox client and website, which users can spend on virtual experiences and items for their avatar created by developers who receive a share of the transaction and can then convert the Robux into offline currencies. The majority of Roblox's users interact with its platform on mobile devices. In 2020, around 35% of its revenue was attributed to sales through Apple's App Store and 19% was attributed to sales via the Google Play Store. Mobile users accounted for 68% of the total engagement hours users spent on the platform. Roblox is required to pay 30% of its revenue earned from sales of Robux through the stores to Apple and Google. That's the business model, but what do its prospects look like? Well, the company recently held an Investor Day presentation right here on YouTube on the 26th of February to promote Roblox stock.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us to watch Roblox's first ever Investor Day.
Doesn't this guy remind you of someone? I swear he looks and talks like the eccentric founder in Ready Player One, or is that just me?
So now is the time for you to receive your prize because you won all three keys. Once you take this egg, the game will be over. The egg.
Anyway, back to business. The company has seen stellar growth in 2020, which could largely be attributed to shelter-in-place policies. Bookings increased by 171% in 2020 compared with 2019, but it warned that the growth is unlikely to be sustained once lockdown restrictions are over. Roblox reported 32.6 million daily active users in 2020, an 85% increase from 17.6 million in 2019. The number of hours spent on the Roblox platform jumped by 124% to 30.6 billion in 2020. But for me, one of the most exciting stats to come out of Investor Day was that there were over 8 million developers across 170 countries developing on the platform. That's a mind-boggling number and suggests potential for insane future growth prospects. The strong growth in users lifted Roblox's revenue by 82% in 2020 to 923.9 million. The recent financial results can be summarized as follows: growing top-line revenue at an accelerating rate of growth, increasing gross profit but decreased gross margin, higher operating losses, and sharply increased cash flow from operations. The firm's financials show impressive and accelerating top-line revenue growth along with increasing gross profit, but also high operating losses. Sales and marketing expenses as a percentage of total revenue have been dropping. Its sales and marketing efficiency rate has risen markedly, with both results indicating sharply increased capital efficiency in the user acquisition function. But is it a good investment, and what's a fair valuation? The company announced on January 6th that it had raised $520 million in an 8th round of funding at $45 per share, putting the Roblox valuation at $29.5 billion. That's roughly 32 times 2020 revenue, or assuming top-line growth of 80% continued into 2021, that would put 2021 expected revenues at roughly $1.6 billion, making Roblox's most recent valuation multiple roughly 19 times 2021 expected revenues. In the current market, we've seen companies like Lemonade and Snowflake trade as high as 80 times 2021 expected sales, so it's safe to say that Roblox could and most likely will trade much higher on listing. If we assume the company trades on open at 40 times 2021 expected revenue, that would give us a valuation of $65 billion, or roughly $98 per share. That's not to say that $100 per share is a fair value, but to be honest with you, fair value doesn't seem to hold much weight in this market, and given that Roblox is a household name, we could see a retail-driven trading frenzy once the company goes public. And with this kind of speculation, there's no telling how high the stock could go. Without more data, I personally see this stock as uninvestable. I may try trading it depending on price action, but I won't be buying into the long-term prospects until the initial trading frenzy subsides. It's very easy to get sucked into the FOMO, but much wiser to wait and buy the dips. Finally, given that Roblox is required to pay 30% of its revenues earned from sales of Robux through the stores to Apple and Google, I'd say that Google is a good alternative way to play with Roblox, and the stock itself is currently signaling bullish trend. That's all from me. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please smash that like button. It helps my channel grow and keeps me making content like this. That's a wrap.